Ladies and gentlemen, space monkeys, and you fiat fondlers lurking in the back. Sit down, shut up, and strap in. We took Michael Saylor's legendary 21 Rules of Bitcoin. Don't worry if you haven't read them, that's what we're here for. And we whittled them down to a lean and mean 10 rules of Bitcoin. That's right, we just pulled the Bitcoin halving on his rules. I'm Rustin, head of news at Simply Bitcoin, and you better buckle up that chin strap because it's time to send it.
I'm going to be buying more Bitcoin. I'm going to be buying Bitcoin at the top forever. It's still less than $1 million a coin. You're getting a 90% discount from $1 million a coin. I'm sure that I will be buying Bitcoin at $1 million a coin, probably $1 billion a day of Bitcoin at $1 million a coin.
Rule number 1, if you understand it, you buy it. If you don't, you bitch about it. Listen, if you're still standing around whining that Bitcoin's a Ponzi, or you're in the media calling it rat poison while you're holding a bag of stinking fiat, guess what? You just don't get it.
I think the idea is simple. There's 400 million companies in the world. While you're capitalized on the dollar, you are negatively polarized to capital. That means that when you invest your capital in treasuries or hold the dollar, you're getting minus 15% real return. You're destroying 10 to 15% of your capital every year that you're holding it. It's toxic. But the answer is you shouldn't have any money in a bank. You're basically losing 7% of all your wealth every year in a good year. If it's the dollar, you're losing 15% of your wealth in a not good year.
I think I should say modestly that I think the whole damn development is disgusting and contrary to the interests of civilization.
I mean, isn't Charlie Munger old enough to be your great-grandfather, Michelle? Do you go to your great-grandfather for investment advice on new technologies?
Everyone starts off hating Bitcoin. Oh my God, it's volatile. It's weird. It's digital magic internet money. Until that beautiful orange epiphany slaps you in the face. And the minute that it clicks, you're not just dipping a toe in, you're doing a full-on cannonball into the Bitcoin rabbit hole.
In 2020, I was very frustrated and a bit depressed. My company was worth $600 million enterprise value, and I'd worked 30 years, and I could not break through against the Microsoft, juggernaut, and I couldn't figure out how to grow it. And after 10 years of trying, I figured maybe I should just retire and go gracefully off and just and call it a day. And I think, as I said, I discovered Bitcoin out of frustration and desperation. And first, it was just something to do. And then I realized it was a good technology. What I realized is Bitcoin is a decentralized protocol. It's a commodity. It's ethically superior to a company. It's ethically superior to these big tech companies because it represents a protocol of economic empowerment for 8 billion people and everybody on Earth, regardless of your views.
I read the white paper that launched this system. And my background in computer science and distributed systems allowed me to see behind the illusion of what I thought Bitcoin was, and it blew my mind. In my life, I have now had 6 occasions in which I have become absolutely obsessed with a system of technology to the point of forgetting to eat, forgetting to sleep, and consuming as much knowledge as I possibly can. My first computer, when I was 10 years old, my first programming language experience, my first modem, my first access to the web, the first time I used the web browser, the first time I downloaded and installed the Linux operating system, and then Bitcoin. When I discovered it, I spent 4 months consuming as much as I could, except food. I lost 26 pounds on the highly inadvisable diet of obsession.
Why did Andreas and Saylor go sleepless? Because once you know, you know. And if you don't, well, enjoy your cardboard box of rapidly devaluing toilet paper money. Don't worry, Bitcoin will still be there waiting for you. Rule number 2, Bitcoin feeds on chaos. You think you're safe buying real estate in some stable jurisdiction or stuffing your savings into a bank that's too big to fail? Yeah, good luck with that. Ever heard of World War II? Governments crumble, companies implode, banks run out of backroom tricks, and cultures shift. Meanwhile, Bitcoin's just chilling, immune to your precious chaos, thriving on it like some cosmic entity that just shrugs off all our petty human squabbles. The uglier the world gets, the more Bitcoin stands there like an indestructible fortress. You know what that makes Bitcoin? The ultimate apocalypse prep kit that fits right in your brain or pocket. No bunker required.
When you go all in on something, I would say that does take conviction. Now, your
How,
conviction might
how
be
many
coming from
chairs
first
are you sitting on
principles.
right now?
One.
Are you all in on the chair?
I am all in on the chair.
Like the point really is you put on one pair of glasses, you've got one pair of AirPods right now. You're looking at me through one screen. You're using one microphone. That's a one microphone. Like, you trust it? Is that conviction? Seems kind of scary. Why don't you diversify? Why don't you use 10 microphones? When you use knives, do you have copper knives, wooden knives, steel knives, aluminum knives, rubber band knives, diamond knives, because you're afraid to commit to the right knife? It's a tool.
Rule number 3. Bitcoin is the only thing you can truly own. Your house? Property taxes. Your stock portfolio? Some CEO's yacht fund. Your pile of gold? Good luck hauling that bar through airport security, Indiana Jones. Everything you think you own is basically on loan from the universe, subject to seizure by a corrupt official, a surprise regulation, or the relentless march of entropy. Except Bitcoin. When you hold those keys, it's yours. No one can barge in and say, "Excuse me, sir, we're taking that." It's digital property rights perfected. Everything else in our lives has an asterisk. But Bitcoin is the period at the end of the sentence.
The first nation to print their own currency to buy Bitcoin wins. Tom, look what MicroStrategy did. We basically issue our own currency, our stock, and we buy Bitcoin. What happened? We went from $1 billion to $100 billion market cap is what happened. Is it inflation? It's only inflation if you print the currency to invest, to make a bad investment. If you print the currency to buy something that's appreciating faster than your inflation rate, it's actually accretion.
Rule number 4. You get Bitcoin at the price you deserve, so stop whining. "Oh, I wish I bought it $100. Boo freaking who? Guess what, genius? Nobody cared about Bitcoin at $100, and you probably didn't get it then. The universe gives you Bitcoin when you finally muster the courage and clarity to pull the trigger. Maybe that's $1,000. Maybe that's $50,000. Maybe you're one of those folks who will be sitting, humming and hawing at 950K, going, "Well, this just might be overpriced." Dude! You deserve that price. Think of it as universal tough love, especially for you, Zihan. And every 10 minutes you hesitate as another block going by. Get over yourself and buy some corn.
Dump your gold, sell all the US gold, buy Bitcoin, then the trade is free because you could buy 5 million Bitcoin for the cost of the gold. You will demonetize the entire gold asset class, and our enemies hold gold in their banks, so their assets would go to zero. Our assets would go to $100 trillion, and we would control the world's reserve capital network as well as the world's reserve currency network.
Rule number 5. The matrix is real and your ticket out is Bitcoin. All those fancy GDP stats, inflation metrics, and central banker press conferences, you know what those are. They're basically the economist's version of the Wizard of Oz. Pull back the curtain and you got a bunch of out-of-touch nerds slamming buttons trying to make it look like they're in control. Spoiler! They're not. Hey, like Saylor said, the real world is a rigged carnival game. But Bitcoin? That's your red pill. No more swallowing their cooked numbers. In the Matrix, you pay with fiat. To escape the Matrix, you pay in Bitcoin. Don't have any? Well, enjoy your simulation.
Communism and capitalism are the same system under printed money. I wish that wasn't the fairy tale that we live in a free market. A lot of people want to believe that because they don't want to check their bias against what we're talking about right now. And often outside of Bitcoin, people who haven't gone down the rabbit hole are still stuck in there, and they still believe that they live in a free market.
Rule number 6. Insights into Bitcoin only come when you need it. And all your models are trash. If you're Warren Buffett, sitting on a mountain of Dairy Queen coupons and cheap Coke, you're comfy. You don't need Bitcoin, so you'll never understand it. The second you step off the hamster wheel and see that fiat's burning a hole in your soul, boom! Bitcoin's logic unfolds like the Marauder's map. Also, all that old economics crap you learned in school? Yeah, that's all basically dusty scrolls from the era of chariots and crossbows. Bitcoin shows up like Godzilla and tramples all your carefully charted predictions like confetti. Good luck trying to make sense of that with your grandpa's slide rule.
I'd be willing to bet you that if I had an hour alone with Buffett in a calm environment, I'd walk out and he would say, this Bitcoin thing's a pretty good idea. Charlie would have liked it. We're going to buy some.
Have you made the cold call?
I have not.
Why not?
The people with a strong corporate view and a healthy company and a strong conviction of their company, they don't have an open mind to a profound paradigm shift.
Rule number 7, the orange pill cures all for everyone, even your worst enemies. Taking the orange pill is just fancy talk for finally buying some Bitcoin and getting off the fiat hamster wheel. Once you realize you can store your energy in something that won't melt faster than a popsicle in hell, you're healed. The best part, Bitcoin is literally for everyone. Your annoying neighbor, that smarmy hedge fund guy, even the AI that'll replace your job one day. Don't waste your time hating these people. Just buy Bitcoin and let them buy too.
I think it's a very simple thing. I think Bitcoin is going to grow from 0.1% of the money in the world to 7% of the money in the world over the next 21 years. And of course, you should just go long and keep buying it.
0.1% to, you said 7%?
Yeah, it'll go from like 1.8 trillion to $240 trillion, and it'll go up 29% a year, ARR. That is my base case.
And I've heard you say that in 21 years, it's going to be at $13 million
That
per
takes you to
Bitcoin?
13 million a coin.
13 million a coin
13 million a coin.
at 29%.
Every Bitcoin you don't buy is going to cost you $13 million, my friend.
All right, we've got 3 more rules to get to, but before the big finish, look at our likes. Hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and set those notifications for the best in Bitcoin news delivered to you daily. Give us a pamp and spread that sound money gospel while we take a moment to recognize our sponsors, the masters of Bitcoin self-sovereignty, the Bitcoin way. Guys, being that we live in clown world, it's pretty easy to understand the why Bitcoin, but over at the Bitcoin way, that's where you're going to learn how to Bitcoin. Check out their newly revamped website. If you're looking to become a master of Bitcoin self-custody, no one makes it easier. From setting up your first wallet node to inheritance planning to everything Bitcoin sovereignty, they got you covered. Hey, and if you're looking to get started, you can schedule a free 30-minute consultation with the Bitcoin way using that link in the show notes. Rule number 8, learn to think in Bitcoin. Stop measuring everything in dying dollars. Think in Bitcoin. If your buddy's amazing investment doesn't beat Bitcoin's annual growth, kindly tell him to pound sand. And if you're the smarty pants who thinks you can improve Bitcoin, well, that's just adorable. That's like telling a bald eagle how to flap its wings. You don't lecture a masterpiece, you admire it. You adapt to Bitcoin. It does not adapt to you. Newsflash. It's a global unstoppable swarm of monetary cyber hornets that's going to outlast your grandkids. Show some respect.
Bitcoin is something special. Galt's Gulch is the Bitcoin network. Rather than removing your labor from a corrupt economy, you should remove your money from a corrupt economy. It's a fast, fair, and equitable method to settle the differences of 8 billion people. We say in the Bitcoin world, fix the money, fix the world.
All right, here we go. Rule number 9. Keep your laser eyes on, don't sell, and don't become the village idiot. Laser eyes aren't just some corny meme. They're a reminder to keep your damn focus. Bitcoin is going from billions to trillions. Don't be the moron who trades your Bitcoin for some shiny new altcoin rug pull or a government bond yielding a whole 5%. Guess what happens when you fall for that? You end up a clown. Nose, shoes, red wig, the works. Hodl the king. Period.
You do not sell your Bitcoin. Thank you.
Rule number 10. Spread Bitcoin with love. Look, we all have that anger inside. The world's rigged! The system is stupid! But don't come at the noobs with the flamethrower. Unfortunately, people will hate Bitcoin until they need it, and when they come crawling back, and they will, how about not being a total jerk? Unless it's Peter Zeihan, you can unleash the metaphorical fury on that guy. But when it comes to the normies, greet them with open arms. with love. Arguing only makes people dig in their heels. I think of 2 quotes here. Never argue with an idiot because they'll only bring you down to their level and beat you with experience. The second is from Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. Such a classic, but one I always remember. Quote, no one wins an argument. Compassion makes them listen. Show them a better way instead of screaming at them. We'll turn more skeptics into hodlers faster if we don't whack them with a stick every time they ask a dumb question. Save the metaphorical sticks for that asshat Zihan.
Dump the gold and buy Bitcoin because you simultaneously demonetize the asset held by your enemies. Who owns the gold, right? You just sell it all and demonetize gold once and for all, put a stake in its heart, and buy Bitcoin, and you get 25% of the Bitcoin network for free.
These 10 rules might not be etched into stone tablets, but if they were, they'd be harder to break than your grandma's old TV set. Embrace the chaos. Own the thing that can't be taken. Get Bitcoin at the price you deserve. Step out of the fiat matrix and laugh as your old models crumble. Embrace the orange pill. Think in Bitcoin. Keep your laser eyes locked on. Don't sell. And for Satoshi's sake, be nice about it. Because at the end of the day, Bitcoin wins, and we can all go along for the ride. If we don't mess it up by being colossal idiots. Now go forth, my Bitcoin brothers and sisters. We have a world to orange pill. You know where you're going to be able to network with Bitcoiners and connect with the biggest Bitcoin mining companies on the planet? Mining Disrupt 2025. It's the biggest Bitcoin mining conference on the planet, and it's coming to Fort Lauderdale, March 25th through the 27th. Get your tickets today and join thousands of Bitcoin mining professionals and enthusiasts from around the globe for an electrifying experience at Mining Disrupt. See the latest cutting-edge hardware, products, and services that are revolutionizing the Bitcoin mining industry. For over half a decade, Mining Disrupt has been the premier conference and expo exclusively dedicated to the Bitcoin mining industry. Be part of the future and join the movement that's shaping the world of Bitcoin mining. Don't miss out. Head over to miningdisrupt.com and get your tickets today. Use promo code SimplyBitcoin for 20% off. Hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, give us a pound, and spread that sound money gospel. Want to keep this bullish party going? Click here. The Sandy Claus is coming, my friends. Hope everyone has safe travels. Cherish and love your families and have a Merry Christmas celebrating the birth of the King of Kings. We are so blessed to be in this timeline. Hey, love you guys. Merry Christmas. Catch you next time. Peace.
If you prefer to go down with the ship, you.